Hey love, it's Angela. I just want to share an extra mini-sode with you. This is my way of encouraging you every Wednesday with a fresh squeezed dose of inspiration to get you through your week. Take a quick listen. So what is this thing about confidence? We hear it all the time, but so many of us, we just are afraid of stepping out and creating, showing what our gifts are, because we lack confidence. And I was just thinking the other day, where does this lack of confidence comes from? And I can remember the times that I just couldn't get it together, just couldn't pull it together because I lacked the confidence. And, I found in time that a lot of my lack of confidence came from comparing myself to others. I was unsure about who I am. I was a little bit unsure about my gifts and how I could make a difference in the world. I was afraid of being rejected by people whose opinion mattered to me. And to be frank with you, the opinions of those who I didn't even know. It came from not having a strong sense of who I am, what I had to contribute, and the gifts that I had to offer. But then as I began to grow and to learn more about myself, to read books and to listen to different podcasts and listen to different motivational speakers, and also reading my Bible, reading my word, and not just looking at myself or my opinion of my own self, but also looking at who God said that I am. And those things made a difference in how I view myself and how I showed up in the world. And one thing that really made the difference is the fact that I came to realize that I came here to serve. I believe I was born not just to exist or not to grab, but to serve. And in order to effectively serve, I had to be okay with the gifts, with the talents, and with the purpose that I believe I came here to do. I had to pretty much learn to trust myself because, that's all confidence is, trusting in your own gifts, your own abilities, your own judgments, your own opinions without really caring about what anybody else's think. I think that, sometimes we just have to recognize that our opinion matters. And I found that when I surround myself with people who lifted me up, or if they had some form of criticism, it came from constructive criticism that was designed to help me to be better, criticism that was shared for me to tweak here or tweak there, but never to bring me down. And then I also had to learn how to compliment myself. So many times we look for validation from other people, when really and truly, the only validation that we really need is to listen to that still small voice within us, is to understand that we are beautifully and wonderfully made, to understand that we came here to serve a purpose, and that when we did come, when we were born and created, that we were pronounced good. And that's not ever going to change. So I think that sometimes we need to try and find a way to bring ourselves back to our center and not to look at the physical, material, tangible things that we sometimes are judged by and also that we judge others by. But we have to try and relate to that person from heart to heart or from soul to soul, as opposed to focusing on the physical things that we see with our senses. And I think that not only do we have to learn to be a little bit more kind to ourselves, to build our self-confidence, but that stuff goes both ways. We've got to learn to be more kind and considerate to other people, and at the same time, not be afraid to assert ourselves, not be afraid to embrace our own opinion, not be afraid to appreciate our own voice. And I think also once we pull all of this together, we also have to learn how to challenge ourselves. Because I think when we get to the point where we're no longer challenging ourselves, then I think we stop growing. We stop being willing or having the courage to venture out. This thing called self-confidence, it's never ending. I think that once we reach the top of one mountain, in my opinion, it's the bottom of the next mountain, of the next goal. And I think as we continue to challenge ourselves, as we continue to truly believe that we are to evolve, that we are never to allow ourselves to become stuck, I think that's when our confidence, our self-confidence grow. I hope you got something out of that dose. If you did, please share it with someone you know. And if you post about this episode, you can tag me at Angela B. Fuller. I enjoy inspiration too. Join me next Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. for another Fresh Squeezed Dose. Talk to you soon.